and there was a night of high drama.
It's McFadden's ball in. Oh, it's Lescott! It's 1-0 Everton! Midway through this second half, and Neville with a free kick for Everton. A little chip towards Lescott again. He really is the go-to man at the moment. Pulled out, penalty! A penalty! He's scored one, and he's made another. It's Johnson, it's a second! Right down the middle! And Everton lead 2-0. A puff of the cheeks for Andy Johnson. Oh, it's going to be taken again! Johnson again. Oh, the keeper gets right. Not sure what it was at the second attempt. But Gordiev goes down and Johnson will not get off the mark. It's a first touch for Mardufi. Unintentional, and he might get a second touch here. Mardufi into the penalty area. Squares it well, kept his head. Oh, my word. Edmar has made it all square. Can you believe this?
Disaster for Everton.
When you talk about inspired substitutions, but somehow find themselves all level at 1-1 here. Here's McFadden. Johnson and Anichebe. Anichebe! Must be it is! No way the referee could wave away that penalty claim. That was more WWE. And here comes another spot kick moment. And again the Austrian referee is making sure that the fringes are kept clean. I'm sure there'll be no Everton player stepping in this time. Andy Johnson, up he steps. Oh! Can you believe it?
Well, it's been one of those nights. It's been one of those nights. Andy Johnson, after scoring a fantastic first penalty, interested to see if anyone steps in and see whether the penalty should have been taken again. Well, you could argue, as he's about to strike it, that players are in the box. So, by the letter of the law and by the way he's been refereeing, that really should have been taken again.
Well, the first thing to tell you, Colin, is it's quite mild tonight in the Ukraine in Kharkiv. We brought the woolly underpants, but we don't need them, do we? It's okay. It's a fantastic atmosphere inside here, though, tonight. How tough is this going to be for Everton, would you say?
Well, obviously, I think Dave Moyes has been a little bit precautious in some ways, but I think he's picked a side in midfield that can actually go out there and score goals. So it's going to be an entertaining evening, I feel.
Well, they're very proud of the fact that they've got 33,000 in here tonight, and they were expecting Everton to be put off by that, but I think the locals might be. They're not used to such a big atmosphere. Let's have a look at the two sides. Everton, no. Andy Johnson still struggling with a groin injury. Liam Osman, though, has recovered from a groin strain to play. Both full-backs are out. Tony Hibbert and Leighton Baines. Phil Neville and Julian Lescott will fill their roles.
Yeah, Everton obviously going to be playing a 4-4-2 system, a little bit different than what they tried at home, but it's tried and trusted. Everybody knows their jobs. It's going to be very, very important that Jagielka just sits in midfield and keeps the ball rolling, so to supply the players that actually play. Interesting to see Phil Neville playing at right back tonight. Obviously feeling we need a little bit more quality down that right-hand side.
What about the side they're up against tonight? Metalist. Well, their defenders Babic and Gonkacic, of course, both sent off for Goodison, both suspended tonight. Edmar, the Brazilian midfielder, and Hisham Mardufi, who both played bit parts in the first leg, both start. And a new striker for us as well, Lasha Jacobia up front instead of Onyekachi Nwoa.
Well, it's going to be interesting really how Everton actually cope with the system. They're going to be playing a 4-1-4-1 system, and with Salusa just sitting in front of the back four with Raikkonen and Edmar. I just wondered the inexperience of Jagielka and Osman, can they cope with that? I think they showed signs on Saturday against Middlesbrough that they couldn't stay with the midfield runners, and you know, it could have been 3 goals against at half-time against Everton, so a little bit of a concern there, but hopefully they can counteract that.
Well, a bit of silence here tonight. Such a key player, isn't he, Michael Arteta, for Everton? His creativity and energy will be so important for his side tonight. He was certainly missed. Andy Johnson isn't fit. Had a bit of light training last night, but after assessment today they decided not to risk him with his groin injury. And there's the Brazilian Edmar. came on at Goodison, you might remember. He looked really bright, and he scored the goal as well. He starts tonight, and he really could be a handful for Everton as well. It's McFadden and Osman who prepare to get us underway. And the Finnish referee blows for the first time, and here we go. It's a ground under construction here tonight, by the way, and McFadden's offside. And it is very much an Everton European campaign that is under construction as well. 1-1 from the first leg. It could have been 3-0, perhaps should have been 3-0, but they've given themselves a real big task and a real big mountain to climb here tonight.
Well, at some stage they've got to score, haven't they, Dave? They've got to score, so maybe a little bit sort of cautious to start with.
Stubbs who gets a header away, but not too far away. Early danger here for Everton. It's Devic who takes it inside the penalty area. The cross is teasing, but there was nobody there on the end of it. And Everton will be awfully relieved that they're able to clear that one away.
A little bit of danger. Endangered in the overlap there. Everton not picking up. A little bit. Somebody's got a little bit more to go around the back post. They could be in.
It's Riken again. Another testing ball. It's a dive by Jacobia. It was very theatrical. Here's Riken. Little ball in again. Jacobia having fully recovered, and Everton are under pressure here in the early stages and able to clear. It's a bit of a cavalry charge in these opening few minutes.
So they are under a little bit of pressure. It's going to be like that. They've got to be a little bit tighter. Nothing they can't withstand, I'm sure.
There's a steady influence from Philip Neville. He hits it long. McFadden is up there looking to collect, but it's Guea who beats it in the air. Metalist back in possession. Here's Riken. Already he's featured heavily in this game. Jacobia. Good movement. But Everton covering well. And the pass was rather untidy, and they're able to clear. Here's McFadden. They're quickly surrounded by three in yellow shirts.
So it's important when the ball does go to McFadden and he keeps hold of it. He's done that. So wait for that supply. The midfield runners coming up to support him. But the midfield have got to be a little bit closer at times. Great little ball inside. Great challenge by Alan Stubbs. Perfection there. If he gets that wrong, that's a penalty.
The tumble was rather theatrical. A bit of displacement by Slusav, and suddenly McFadden had the chance momentarily to break forward. Good recovery though from the KHARKIV defence. Here's Edmar. It is a thrilling night for them. They're used to playing in front of crowds much smaller than this. Their first European adventure, of course, for nearly 20 years, and it is a sellout here tonight. 33,000 inside the ground. When it's finished, by the way, there'll be 43,000 seats inside the stadium, but just at the moment, Everton happy to cope with the noise as it stands. Oh, that's a good ball in as well by Jacobia.
That's what I'm on about, them midfield players making the runs. Edmar and Riken, and if they are, they've got to be picked up.
Sent towards McFadden. There with the recovery. Here's Neville. Madufi. Slusa. Stroking around nicely at the moment, but Devic has to entangle himself. Away by Yobo. And he's got a free kick here as well.
Everton defence are just a little bit deep at times, and what it is, the gap between themselves and their own midfield is vast. So that's allowing Riken just to play off the shoulder of Phil Jagielka and pick up a lot of balls. So you've got to be aware of him. They've either got to drop with the defence, or the defence has got to squeeze up to condense that gap.
Hold on, 4 minutes. Howard will clear. Obradovic. Scott couldn't make a telling contact, but he was able to recover his poise to help his side out with the defending. Here's Arteta. Well, the Spaniard already causing problems here. Arteta's first run. Here's McFadden. Looking for the byline, but it has to be a goal kick. But already you see the injection that Arteta really does bring to this Everton team.
Yeah, great strength, great touch. just overhit with the pass. The final pass, gets away from his man, just looks to slide it down the side, just overhit. McFadden just can't get there. But a good run by McFadden as well.
The goalkeeper, who's the other local player in the side tonight, the only Kharkiv-born player in the METALIST Kharkiv team. Kubu. Dealt with by Obradovic. This was Jagielkas. Here's Pienaar. And Neville. Arteta again has made the run, but Weah would seem to have it covered. Arteta's making a real nuisance of himself, but well played, the Senegalese central defender, who stood firm and stayed calm too.
Quite mobile for a big lad. Gets his body in the way. Good usage of the ball as well.
There's Madufi, the inside ball. There's Devic, just overrun by Slusa. Back to Devic again. Pienaar comes in with a telling challenge. Still not cleared. Oh, there's a chance here for Tricobia, who's put it over. The claims were for offside, but I think he was just on. And it's a real opportunity missed.
He's got to do better. He looks offside to start with. Not quite sure where the ball comes off. A lot of bodies there. Just onside. He's got to do better. He's got to hit the target. But there's an early warning there for Everton.
Kudo. Kelly was free in the middle had he got it across, but some pinball defending ensured he couldn't. And Everton have a throw here. Make a run towards him, but McFadden is going to go for the long ball into the penalty area. The goalkeeper's come. Oh, he's missed it completely. My word, Devic was there to clear away. He's fouled though.
Well, he's given a foul. I'm not quite sure if there was any contact, but really that's got to go down. There's somebody got to be taking a chance to get in there. I'm not quite sure what they've given that for. Keeper's come flapping at it, nowhere near the ball. It just suggests that if you're the manager, Dave Moyes will be asking for more balls to go into the box.
Almost hiding his face in embarrassment there, isn't he?
I think that's what it is.
If you missed it a little earlier, you might have not picked up on the news last night. Of course, Celtic with that terrific win in the Champions League, but marred when a certain gentleman ran onto the pitch and made contact with Dida. How bad that contact was, then an investigation will prove, but we are told that a man has been arrested today as part of the police investigation into that particular incident, and I'm sure Celtic will be as embarrassed about that as anybody else. It's a terrible blow for the club, wouldn't it? Especially given the result they just got themselves to last night.
Very unfortunate, yes. It looks like Everton have just changed a little bit. Pienaar and Arteta have swapped wings. Obviously a little bit of concern by Dave Moyes, I think, from one flank to the other.
Celtic, by the way, have acted very quickly. They have banned the supporter for life. Offside.
Oh, that's good play by METALIST, holding a tight line along the 18-yard box. You've just got to do a little bit better, Yakubu. Don't drift a little bit too far. It's onside though. It's onside. Doesn't do too well with the touch. He could have actually let it go in a one-on-one with the keeper.
Both sides have their opportunities so far. Remains 0-0. 1-1 of course on aggregate. There's only one way we can go to extra time, and that is if we finish here tonight at 1-1. There's Kubu looking for McFadden again, but it's Eliayev who's retreated well to win possession back for his side. Another clearance. Stubbs who chases. Under pressure from Jacodia and has conceded the throw.
Jacodia has done well. He's got his body across Darren Stubbs, made it difficult for him to get any distance on his clearance.
Slusa. Madufi. Neville didn't quite get there. The corner flag. Well, somehow it stayed in, and somehow METALIST still have a chance here. Madufi will get the throw.
Everton have got to work a little bit harder in midfield to close the man on the ball down quicker and get across the field quicker when the ball gets switched.
There's Madufi again, some watchful, careful faces inside the penalty area wearing blue. It falls up for Gueye to shoot. Took several deflections before Neville's able to eke it away. Adam Pienaar, McFadden trying to get in front of Gueye, but it's the Senegalese defender who gets there. Here's Jacobia. Plenty back to defend, including Yobo. And now Everton with a chance maybe to break from deep. Tita has got support from Lescott. There's Yakubu. Jagielka, a touch inside for Osman. The ball is just a little too heavy for Yakubu to chase.
Well, actually the wrong choice on the ball. He's looking for Yakubu down the side, but I feel that the ball could have gone a little bit wider to Lescott inside the wing back, running back. Does it? Lescott's got the better of him.
Serious up. Last off Neville, it has.
He tried to overload it and then switch it. METALIST. Yeah, very good in the first leg. Goodison doing that. Keep ball and then all of a sudden change it.
There's Madufi's throw. The header's not away yet. Yobo just got there. McFadden, the second attempt, makes some kind of a contact and isn't able to clear towards Yakubu. There's Roykin. Slisa. Roykin does well, holds off the challenge. And again he picks the ball, and I'm not sure it was the intended target there. Madufi, the left back, who got awfully forward, but he almost got on the end of that.
Chasing, taking a chance a little bit there, letting it run in the box. That ball's coming to you. You should be looking to clear it. But, it was Joseph Yobo. Got away with that. But they're proving a tough opposition. METALIST knocking the ball around neatly.
And they looked really capable in the first leg, didn't they? And they didn't know an awful lot about them before that game.
I just think the system really is upsetting Everton. They just can't cope with the three in midfield and the movement. Very so unreal for Everton.
There's Yobo. Everton need a goal tonight from somewhere. Yakubu makes contact, but easily plated for Gorienov to take, and clears early too. My word, that's a huge boot forward. Steps underneath it. Here's Lescott. Kravinovic. Yobo. Seemed to be a moment's hesitation, which gave hope to the local fans, but he didn't have it covered well enough in the end.
Looked as if he was in two minds. Is he going to play it to Lescott? Is he going to clear it? Decides to clear it.
Away by Lescott, but picked up by Roykin again. And the ball in towards Edmar. Yobo's there to head away once more. And Everton again are under a bit of pressure here. Yobo puts it high. Howard has to watch it very carefully, but simple take in the end.
Made it look easy because he's in the right position. Keeping a high line, Everton. You've just got to watch out for the 1-2s along the edge of the box. Got to stay with runners. They are finding it quite difficult at the moment to get in. They'll try and get some control on the ball.
And not far from here, Aberdeen have been in action against Dnipro. Also in this competition. More of that in a moment. His stuff slips. It was Jacobia who was chasing hard, but taken easily by Howard. Aberdeen have drawn against Dnipro, not far from here. And it means, as a result of that 1-1 draw, they Like Spurs will be in the group stage of the UEFA Cup. Darren Mackey was the Aberdeen scorer. And we keep our fingers crossed, of course, for Everton and Bolton and Blackburn tonight as well. There's Riken again with that intelligent ball forward. Edmar just let it roll for him. It's a wonderful shot. It's a wonderful save too. And Howard at the second attempt will take that. But there was some real class involved in the build-up there.
Yeah, Howard not happy with the challenge afterwards. He's made a comfortable save in the end. Did break to him, but very disappointed. Good play by Metalist. He's hit the target. That's all you're asking him to do. The following up, and that challenge there, that's the one that Tim Howard's not happy with. Jacobia, I think that's the man who's following it up. Good reaction from Lescott. But it's that challenge there. Jacoby's a little bit late. I think he actually caught him a little bit. He's very lucky to get away with that.
There's Osman on the other end of the field trying to make things happen for Everton. And Pienaar trying to win it back again, but Nicholas, they're looking comfortable at the moment.
They're looking too comfortable.
It's a worrying start, isn't it?
It is that they cannot cope in midfield, Everton, unfortunately. With the system that they're playing, they're overrun with midfield players, and there's always somebody spare.
Here's Edmar. He and Riken really are the quality, the heartbeat of the team, aren't they? And this is Riken who has the chance to break here. Derek is in the middle. The ball takes a deflection. It was a left back again. Madufi was a long way forward, but it didn't quite reach him.
Well, I'm just wondering if it doesn't take a deflection. That ball's floating to the back stick. Madufi's coming in. And mostly the smallest man on the pitch, Pienaar. You don't expect Pienaar to win that. But certainly there's concerns out there for an Evertonian. It's too comfortable at the moment for Metalist. I think the problem is being that somebody like McFadden or Gubu's got to maybe sit on Salusa and stop him dictating the play. He's having a lot of space there. It's going to have it, let them have it along the back.
Well, it was a poor ball, which has given Everton a break. It's Pienaar. Toto is wide left. Bordian's across to him quickly, but Toto just looking for a bit of space. Lescott, he's offside. And the pass was almost played with an apology by Lescott.
I just think that when Everton get the ball, they've got to be a little bit more patient, because the system that Metalist are actually playing, it'll suit fullbacks for getting forward. That's one reason I can't understand that maybe Leighton Baines hasn't played today. The quality that he's got when he's getting forward would actually suit him better. Well, we did notice last night, didn't we, when we watched them train, that little area there, it seems to have been replaced, and it was cutting up last night.
Brownsville will have a throw on his face, no doubt. I was going to say Hibbert and Baines both on the bench, of course, tonight for Everton. Nino Valenti and Carsley and Achebe. This was the goalkeeper and the youngster Jurkovic. Maybe they signed from Swindon. Just wonder at what point David Moyes wonders whether he should change things on the field, but they have a throw in here. It's more optimistic at the moment. He strikes again.
And you look at that bench, and there's not many attacking options you've got. Chibi, maybe the only striker on the bench. Three fullbacks, I think. Well, shows you maybe the injury list that Dave Moyes has got.
Jurkovic is a striker, isn't he? But he's only 18. Unlikely to risk him here tonight, aren't they? It's an experience winning exercise for him, isn't it? Just sitting on the bench and soaking up a European night.
Kubu looking for a foul there. A little bit unlucky that he doesn't get it. Gets his body across the centre back.
Led by Edmar. Under the air by Jacobia, but here's Stubbs. Followed enough with a back pass. Charlie Lescott, of course, has been Everton's get out of jail card so many times this season. 4 goals already. And the man is being led back tonight. Valiev. All rather easy. Jagielka puts a big boot on it, and Yakubu is chasing here, but Manovic comfortable enough, and here's Guerre. Bordeaux's given it away. Certainly there's a chance here. McFadden is on his travels. Yakubu in the middle. Arteta's working hard to get up there too. And he's gone down, and a little glance at the referee, but nothing given.
Just feel that maybe he's got quick feet, but does he overhit it? And that's why he don't get the foul. Good feet, just overhits it. It's always running away from him. He'd be lucky to get a foul.
Here's Edmar. Again. Howard's out. Edmar simply rolls it past him. It's a glorious goal by the Brazilian. It's possible heartbreak for Everton. METALIST KHARKIV have the lead. And Everton now have to score twice.
Well, big body blow, but you can't say it hasn't been coming. Had a great start, they look comfortable on the ball, and this man again has made it look very, very easy. Well, they've been sucked in once again, Everton. Don't recover, little layoff, great finish, nice and composed. Yobo can't get back, tries to do enough to put him off, but really shouldn't be getting through on the centre of the goal. Too easy, and he's made it look even easier in the end. Everton have got it all to do. They've got to score at least 2 goals now.
Well, he was the man who put the dagger in the heart in the first leg, wasn't he, Edmar, when he came on for the bench to score the goal that made it 1-1. At that time they were down to 10 men, later 9 of course. Now for the first time in this tie, METALIST KHARKIV lead on aggregate. And the home fans at the moment are in raptures.
I must say I've been very impressed with them tonight. I was impressed with them at Goodison, but even more so tonight. I think technically we've always known they're good, but the movement's been really good.
So foul on Arteta.
I think Dave Moyes has got to address it, and address it quickly, because I feel that it could be more goals for METALIST if they don't do anything in the midfield area. He's got to change formation or change bodies around, definitely.
Is it just reshuffling the 11 they've got out there, or would you at this stage, early as it is, be thinking about substitutions?
Well, at the moment, no, I don't think he'll. I think he'll shuffle the 11 that he's got out there. I mean, obviously he must have a plan B.
Jagielka has it stolen off him again by Edmar. Little flick from the Brazilian. Just a hint of showboatism.
The thing is, what Everton can't do now, they can't get frustrated and maybe lose a man, because obviously they want to up the tempo. But I feel when you're playing against a system like that and you've got 3 men in midfield, you've got to condense it, and they haven't condensed it. But this is a great finish by Edmar. Lovely finish. Really, Everton should have been a little bit tighter. I don't know where Phil Neville was. He should be covering round.
So cliche, wasn't he? Quite simply passed it into the back of the net.
That showed great composure. I just wondered why he didn't play at Goodison that night, because when he come on, Edmar, he just changed it for me. He just looked so different. Playmaker, but also a player that can score goals.
Good by Bradovic. Not exactly where Valiev was expecting it, and suddenly Everton can bring it forward. Here's Lescott again. Oh, look at the pace here. Well, he's taken on Bordeaux on the outside. He's kept it in play as well. The cross wasn't the best. It has gone out of play for a goal kick, but just an electrifying moment from Julian Lescott, which might just lift his teammates a little.
Yeah, asking a lot. He did show good pace. Also a little bit composure when you do get there. He's at full stretch to try and cross that.
Yobo is the aggrieved.
There's too much space in midfield. It's just Now, if you've got 3 men against 2, then you're going to obviously have a lot of joy if there's that much space in there. You've got to try and condense it.
Here's McFadden. Lescott's still up there. It's deeper to Jagielka. Here's Neville. Arteta. Touch lets him down. Has got the throw.
He seems a little bit off the pace at the moment, Arteta. Wasn't the best of touches.
Little searching throw again, but easily dealt with. Neville. It's well flighted in. It's Papaguea who got there to clear it away. But it caused 1 or 2 ripples inside the penalty area just momentarily. I haven't seen too many moments like that so far in this game.
Everton a little bit slow reacting when the ball comes out the box, not getting back quick enough. A little bit lucky there. I think METALIST haven't broken them.
Mordian's poor delivery. Pienaar.
It's very lightweight, isn't it, in Everton's midfield? So unlike them, they're usually nice and rigid and strong. Showing signs of weakness. You've got to do better when the ball goes up to him as well. I mean, McFadden there, ideal opportunity to keep hold of the ball, wait for reinforcements to get forward. That's what your job is as a striker at times.
Not enough. Duffy looking to get on with it. It's Edmar again. Sluisar's made the run ahead of him, but it's wide to Madufi. Sluisar gave up on it. Jagielka has it. There's Lescott. McFadden as well to ride the challenge, and suddenly Everton can bring it forward. It's a line of 4. McFadden went for glory. It's a careful shot from him, but carefully watched equally by the goalkeeper. Always going wide.
Yeah, I think you're asking a lot from there. Cute angle, doesn't quite get it, doesn't get his foot through it. Quite comfortably goes wide. Doesn't even bother the keeper. I say just be a little bit more patient and keep the ball. Kuba's on the outside of you, just lay it into him.
Here's Pienaar. Defended by Gueye.
Just change it slightly, Everton. Pienaar's come in field, playing a little diamond formation now. Obviously he has changed it with the players that he's got out there available to him.
There's Neville. First react was Madufi. How many times David Moyes has woken up in the past couple of weeks in a hot sweat thinking about that Andy Johnson penalty, that first one, which rifled into the roof of the net. And yet the picky Austrian referee decided that it had to be taken again, and of course we all know what happened after that, but had all things been equal, how much more comfortable should tonight have been for Everton, really. Here's Yakubu. Big task on their hands here now. And defenders flying at him from all directions.
Getting back in numbers and making it very difficult for Yakubu, but he does well to keep hold of the ball.
There's Lescott. Yeah, a little bit of laziness to Everton's play as giving possession and position back to KHARKIV. A chance for them to probe again through Devic. A little backheel from Jacobia, just about dealt with. These are anxious moments. To concede one is bad news. To concede two, obviously, would be a disaster in footballing terms. And Stubbs is able to clear. Mark stroking it forward, played back by Jacobia. The shot, and a good way out from Rijken. Just stinging the palms of Tim Howard.
Oh, it looks so easy, doesn't it, to get the ball into the strike. A lay-off for somebody to get a shot at goal. It's not just once or twice that it's happened in this first half, in this first period. For me, it's become too easy for METALIST when they're going forward. Nice ball in, not the best of layoffs. Who does well right on to get his body over it. Doesn't really bother Tim Howard too much.
So another telly feature of the night. We've just seen Everton players, 3 or 4 or 5 Everton players looking at each other and asking questions of each other and wondering what's going on as KHARKIV threaten again. Good recovery by Lescott. But there seems to be an awful lot of
just getting overrun in midfield. They can't cope with it. The players that they've got in midfield are mostly attacking players. There's only really, if you think about it, Jajelka that's a defensive-minded player, and I don't really think he's a midfield player.
Here comes Bordian with a throw. Lescott to head up, but not away. And it's still not cleared. Divic knocks it back down. It's a claim for a penalty, a strong one too. And the referee has held firm. 3 times tonight he's been asked a question. The flag's up, by the way, offside. 3 times now he's been asked a question. Each time he's not been interested.
I think that could have had a strong shout for a penalty. I mean, Alan Stubbs goes up for it. I don't think he's actually watching the ball. It's a heavy challenge. A little bit lucky to get that, if you're asking for a penalty.
Pienaar, beaten again. Jacobian. There's Edmar. Seems to be thriving with every passing minute. Edmar seems to be really enjoying his night tonight. Making it a miserable one for Everton so far. And too close to Howard with a cross.
It's a cross, and it's an easy cross to put in. Doubling up on Julian Lescott. Doesn't know if to go to one man or the other or stay with the runner on the outside. And going to work a lot harder.
There's Kubu as well to win possession, but then loses out in the end. He still wants it. It's a little too much for the referee's liking.
I'm just wondering if Everton are a little bit concerned that if they do squeeze up, then the space behind them, especially with Alan Stubbs, not blessed with a lot of pace, does it leave them open? And that's why they're deep, and that's why the space is being created in midfield. And they're getting caught in between of the midfielders to go too far forward or stay too far back.
Markovic, the Nicholas coach, is obviously the happy about it. I know that doesn't give too many signs of being delighted with the way his team are playing. There's a turn by Jacobian, who was pulled down by Yobo.
Well, he's looking for it. I think you've got to be a little bit cuter there, Joseph. The slightest of touches, he goes down, just Jakubu. Doesn't look a bad player.
Well, these are interesting times again for Everton's defence. Pushing close to half-time. They really don't want to concede again, which is stating what is clearly obvious. Bordian, right back, will take it. It's twists and curls in. It's McFadden who does ever so well. And it runs away in the end from Pienaar, and that for a throw.
Well, they've got to regroup Everton.
Bordian, the Moldovan international, who takes the throw. He has to do the same again here. No, he's not, because Pienaar's kept it in. And Stubbs hits it long. And the Blair was highest of them all to make contact, but Everton still have a chance to push here. It's Yoda. Chipped towards Yakubo. That's an awful ball. It's a dreadful ball, and the body language from Yakubu.
You've got to have better quality than that going into the strikers. Well, that's just poor.
Watching brief here again for Yobo, but he needs to be able to see it home to Tim Howard. There's Stubbs. Pienaar. Osman. Too much of it to the defender, and Kanaev was able to bring it away, cleared by Bordian. And Stubbs tried to keep it in, but couldn't get there in the end. He's 36 in a couple of days, Alan Stubbs. Time catches up with everyone, doesn't it?
He's had 2 games this week as well.
Kanaev, now Edmar. There's Bordian, back to Edmar again. Obradovic, Serbian central defender, well stretched by Arteta, and then put on his knees with a challenge from Devic, which is going to get a talking to here. I'm sure it's not going to be a card, but
well, it's a cynical foul, really, isn't it? It's no attempt to get in the ball. Knows what he's doing. No, he's just going to slow him down, and the referee's let him get away with it.
Too high for McFadden. Jagielka with a challenge. McFadden wins in, but not for long do they have possession. Oh, a little bobble as it reached Howard. He did well to get a shin on that to clear it away.
Wow, it's pretty neat, the pitch, doesn't it? It does take a little bit of a bobble. I noticed that last night.
Square.
Just trying to work out what Dave Moyes has done again now, because I'm looking at Arteta and he looks to be playing on the right hand side but a little bit further forward.
McFadden's good ball. Here's Pinar on the chase now. Yakubu in the centre. Arteta's hanging back. It's aimed towards the header. But Osman, I think it was in the end, who got the touch, and the goalkeeper's lucky.
Well, it's a lovely ball down to Pinar, and Pinar does well to come back onto his favoured right foot. It's a lovely ball into the box.
Well, it was a heart-stopping moment, and Everton want more of those. Have they just rattled this Metalist side? Next few moments will tell. There's Lescott. Oh, he'll get a corner here, will he? Yes, he will. Oh, it's a goal kick. Well, how has the referee given that? Everton players rather bemused by it, but this was the chance for Osman.
Right, it's a great ball to Pinar. Pulls it back, composes himself. Good run by Leon Osman. Doesn't quite get a head on it. Should be trying it. I mean, that's food and strength to main strikers. But Leon, usually a good finisher of the ball, should be getting his head on that. Making the keeper work a little bit harder at least.
Everton being stretched again here. Here's Madufi. Up by Neville, through it. So KHARKIV, by the way.
That's where you've got to be patient as well as a defender. You stand up, be big, don't be beaten. He's got his back to goal. No need to foul.
Well, the referee has actually given the free kick here, which Devic is going to take. Osman has been off the field having a bit of treatment. He's back on, and Boyler, his side, need him here. 9 outfield Everton players back on the edge of the penalty area. Over it comes. It could have gone anywhere. It's Osman who eventually is able to chip it clear.
That's an area they're looking to exploit, isn't it? The near post area, ball whipped in.
I don't think he's sitting too comfortably at the moment, David Moyes.
Well, it's a lovely ball in. That near post area, there's plenty of bodies in there. So they've just lost sight of the ball as it comes over plenty of bodies.
Obradovic. Papaguea. Here's Riker. Steps lost it for a moment. Jacobia has it back quickly. Bordian. Not sure what he was aiming to do there. I think he was expecting the run from Devic, which never quite happened. So it will be a goal kick.
Yeah, what's happening with it? The system that they're playing, the wing-backs are actually pushing Everton as far back as possible, creating the space for the midfield players. I say that's a big problem. Everton have got to squeeze tight, and as they keep saying, emphasising it, they've got to condense that pitch.
Tata trying to hold off Madufi, but Moroccan is back safely. Guaya clears. Here's Raikkonen. Good run down this left-hand side by Devic, who's now strayed a little offside, so has to backtrack as Slusa brings it up now. Too long, surely. Yes. And here's Pienaar. It's been a torturous journey for an awful lot of people who've come up to watch this game. All the way from England, flights to various continental cities, and then trains and buses, and Everton fans hoping for something better than this, and McFadden came close to deliver.
Great bit of skill by McFadden. Ball in him, feels a defender, turns him, strikes it, just clips the top of the bar. Oh, it's just over the bar. It's a lovely strike. It's a better strike than he did before. He's getting closer. Well, it's quite evident that Everton have got to push forward a little bit more. Not had one corner in the first half. That shows you how much really they've been defending and how much they've been stretched. They've never really got behind the METALIST side.
There's Jacobia. Edmar's in the middle. Madufi's made a run ahead of him as well. It's back though to Slusa. There's Bordian. So Howard has a look. Flag stays down. Jacobia couldn't get there, and Devic, his touch was poor.
That's a great ball in. I just felt that for a second there, that Phil Neville had dozed off. And Devic was in.
There's Stubbs. Jagielka to Neville. Jagielka, he can hit them from distance too. It's laid on for McFadden though. He tried to play his colleague back in, but has given it away wastefully. Counter-attack momentarily was on.
Well, that's a situation where Jagielka is really the holding player in midfield, and he looks to join in, and then all of a sudden they're on the defence.
It's Madufi, who's not scared to come forward, as we've seen so many times tonight. There's Bordian. Raikkonen. Challenged by Stubbs. Not too many Everton players up there, but Yakubu's done well to cut out two of the defenders. Osman slips. Well, again, a promising move comes to nothing from Everton's point of view, and indeed they have to just watch themselves at the back as KHARKIV threaten to spring. There's Devic. Strong by Neville. He's just a little frustrated at the moment, the manager, isn't he? And with good reason.
Well, he's streaming at his defence to squeeze up, get out and start closing down, and the players aren't responding.
Here's Slusa. Devic just ahead of him. Slusa's going to have to go himself. Oh, not far away, and Tim Howard is furious with his defenders.
Well, nobody's closing him down. You've got to close the players down there. Slusa then unwinds his foot. He's unlucky. A little bit closer. Who knows? It's slow tempo by Everton. They've got to play at a higher tempo, I feel.
Well, here comes Lescott. Well played. Obradovic. Jacobia's still in hot pursuit.
Just noticing there that the ball's in the Metalist centre penalty box, and Jovo's at least 30 yards in his own half. He's not squeezing up. And
here's Devic. Putting a little bit of a nuisance again here. Oh, that's a good ball. Now Lescott, the referee, very quickly decided that wasn't going to be a free kick. There was a little anxious look again there from Valiev, who thought he might have got the little tug or a little push from Lescott, but it is a goal kick.
Well, obviously Dave Moyes has got his work cut out at half-time. He's got some harsh words to his players. I'm sure one of them's got to play at a higher tempo and start closing them down. Don't give them time and space on the ball, but you can't do that if the back four are so deep.
Minute of stoppage time being played at the end of this first half. It's rather worrying, rather frustrating from Everton's point of view, conceding that goal in the 20th minute. Well, up goes the noise again as Madufi, left-footed, just jabs it in. And that will be that. At the end of a very satisfying first half from his point of view. Veron Markovic had marred the goal scorer after 20 minutes. Twice now he has struck against Everton, but that's a long, long way from being a satisfying 45 minutes from Everton's point of view. They had one half of football to get their European dream back on course. Half-time in the KHARKIV stadium. It's METALIST KHARKIV 1, Everton 0. Well, it's about 11:15 at night here in the Ukraine, and they're not bothered what time they go to bed if their side win through. But what a 45 minutes Everton have got to face here now. David Moyes was asked the question last night in the press conference, is this the biggest game of your managerial career? And he was unequivocal. No, was his instant and very brief reply. But how big now, in the context of his managerial career at Everton, are these next 45 minutes, Kevin?
Well, I think it's a next step in your managerial career, isn't it? European. He's established in the first division, in the Premiership now. This is the next step, and I think it's vital that they get through. Very much so, and it's a massive game. Massive 45 minutes.
Well, give us optimism, give us confidence. Can you see a way through for Everton on what we've seen so far?
Well, for me, I think the next team that score will go through. Definitely. And it's a goal that can change it for Everton. I think they can get the upper hand then. But they've got to show a little bit more commitment and a little bit more sort of, shall we say, tempo to the game. Because the tempo for me is too slow. They're allowing METALIST to get behind the ball, make it very difficult to break down.
Both sides as they were, by the way. It's Everton here with McFadden. That's some intelligent ball for Lescott here. They're flooding inside the penalty area in both yellow and blue. The cross can't pick out anybody.
It's good play. It's good play by Everton. But a poor cross. Don't feel that was a foul, by the way. Striker Jacoby.
David Moyes was furious, wasn't he? And there was a handling of the ball as well by Jacoby, but the referee decided not to give it.
I'm looking down there, and it looks like I think Carl's preparing himself, making an appearance.
Kuba tries to chase, but Guerrero clears it away. We've already seen Spurs winning through, of course. We keep our fingers crossed for Everton, and Blackburn have got a bit of a job to do. Well, you can see highlights of their second leg from Ewood Park on this channel after this match has finished. Remember, they're 2-0 down from the first leg against Larissa.
Certainly think if Everton do go out tonight, this will be the biggest shock of the tournament so far. Everton expected to go through quite comfortably. Could have been a lot easier.
Well, they are a side with big ambitions, METALIST KHARKIV. They are unknown at the moment, but they have grown in prominence in the Ukrainian league over the last 3-4 years. Beaten by Stubbs. The cool header was a little too cool. Jovo's able to put it back into the danger zone. McFadden completely mishit. There's still a chance here. Pienaar, oh, it's gone in! And it's Julian Lescott who's done it again! How many times is he going to rescue Everton this season?
Well, Everton's top scorer, and he's going to stay that way. He's took a chance, he's got in there. But there was an easier chance for McFadden earlier. He's miscleared that, or chance, a goal. Ball comes to Arteta. Little ball to Pienaar. Pienaar has a shot, and there's Julian Lescott just gambling to get across the keeper, and gets a slight touch on it. Thought Yakubu could have been a little bit braver there and gone with his head. Pienaar, it's taking a deflection, and there's Julian Lescott, just doing what he does best at the moment, scoring goals.
David Moyes could hardly believe it. Is it going in? Yes, it is. Everton back level. 2 minutes of the second half played, and on Kevin Ratcliffe's prediction, Everton are going through. We'll hold you to that now. Next goal goes through, was what you said confidently about 30 seconds ago. It's a shot from distance by Valiev. Here's McFadden. Still McFadden. Well, they've silenced the stadium, haven't they? There's an awful lot of noise in here not that long ago, but it is pretty quiet at the moment.
That's amazing. McFadden really had a better chance, didn't he? He just doesn't make contact with it, and ends up going to Arteta, who finds Pienaar in the box. Great anticipation by Julian Lescott, the left back getting in an advanced area.
Fifth goal of the season, by the way. Second against this opposition. There's Neville. Just saw Jagielka a little short. Enmar's able to nip in. Valiev going to skip through those defenders. Yobo stood strong. Everton can clear. Just a little bit of a tantalising bounce for the goalkeeper Golienov. And a hard stare for Yakubu. Madufi. Papaguaya hits it long. Jagielka with a header. Obradovic. Trying to pick themselves up from the canvas here at the moment. Metalist KHARKIV get their poise back. It's Edmar. Devic. Still Devic. Oh, somehow he picked a way through, but he couldn't hit the target. And again, Tim Howard is absolutely furious with his defenders.
Well, defenders are not. Midfield players have got to become defenders as well, and that's too easy once again. They've got to come across. Phil Jagielka, like I say, saying he's a holding midfield player, and he's so far away from the play of the ball. He's got to shuttle across. He's not doing it quick enough. But that's just too easy for Metalist. Should be doing better there. Livic, great opportunity. Should, like you say, at least hit that target. Make Tim Howard work.
Italian football coming on from 5 as well this Sunday. Fiorentina against Juventus. 1:30 is the kick-off on Sunday afternoon. Here's Borja. Valiev. And again. Borja. Has a look. It's Rijkaard. Oh, he's in the box. Still a chance. And it is buried. Oh, Everton's hopes buried with it. Madufi, the goal scorer. And in the blink of an eye, from hope there is despair. Everton are one behind again.
Well, Madufi's done well. He's kept his eye on the ball. It's not an easy finish. I know it's an empty net. It's gaping there for him. But it's so easy once again. There's that gap appearing. Really, there's too much space. Just comes off, turns, shoots, hits the post, comes off the post. There's Madufi just to slot it back in the net. Well, that's too easy once again. Prior to that, I was actually watching Phil Jagielka. He's just lost in there. He just does not know what to do. He doesn't know where to mark. Just...
McFadden's offside.
Well, like I say, Everton just need another goal now. They need to get another goal. They draw the game 2-2 and they're through. But
I was going to say, the optimistic Scouser will tell you there's no difference It's still a case of just scoring another goal for Everton to take them through. But it just sets them back, doesn't it, in terms of morale and confidence to have conceded again.
They've looked very vulnerable tonight, though, haven't they, at the back, where they've... Dave Moores has built a side where they're very strong and resilient at the back, and you know, tonight they're just being cut open like a knife through butter.
There's Pienaar. There's a young lady in front of us taking your photograph here, Kevin. I can't see for the flashlights.
Wide lens. It's you as well.
Thinks of you as something of a pin-up. It's going to be Neville who'll take this. And Arteta's over there too. And it's been an eventful start to this second half. Can we see another twist here? To delay the delivery because the referee's not happy with events inside the penalty area just at the moment. Here's Arteta, spun in and headed away by Obradovic.
Quality's got to be better coming, isn't it? Very disappointing from Mikel Arteta.
Neville hits it long, Lescott's up there, just a little cushion header from him, and a second attempt here. Nothing subtle about that, but it's a good cross. Yakubu on the turn. Oh, it needed a better hook in than that, and that will go down as another Everton opportunity.
Just looked a little bit anxious to take it too early, didn't he? Done well to get his body across the defender, and then maybe be a little bit more composed and relaxed. But Lescott does really well again. Wins the ball, gets the ball into the box. Kubu just takes it a little bit too high. But the atmosphere's gone back to the level again.
But here's Edmar. Intercepted by Pienaar in the first instance. Bordia. Over the top of Jacobia. Oh, well played. Yebo again does his defensive stuff, and good movement from Arteta. Let the ball roll past him, and Suka, the defender, in so doing. It's Pienaar. And again has a look at the referee. Well, in turn again, wants nothing to do with giving a decision.
Well, I'm afraid
against the defending side.
If it's not a free kick, it should be a booking. Looking for the foul.
There's Obradovic, and now Bordian. Devic. Jagielka simply touches it out of play. Bordian's throw. There's Lescott. There's Valiev. McFadden is dispossessed a little easily by Bordian. Chased by Pienaar. Valiev. He's lofting it over, but Stubbs was there to read it. Lescott clears, it took a deflection. Oh, it's not, it's actually a throw in for the home side. I was rather convinced that was an Everton throw, but in fact the referee has given it Everton's way, hasn't he? The linesman gave it. No, it's not, he has given it to KHARKIV. Bordian will take. Neville. Yebo. Maguire twice. Needed a brave header by Stubbs. I think he just got a little boots in the head, not too badly hurt. He plays on, and so do Everton. Here's Lescott now. Plenty of time on this left-hand side. Yakubu collects. And then watches Edmar running away with it. And here comes Devic. Loads of space for Edmar.
afraid that's disappointing from Yakubu. He's got to do better. And then when he's tracking back, he's got to do better as well. He's got to keep going and show that he really means it. I must say that it did surprise me when Dave Moyes got him that he's not a Dave Moyes type of player. He doesn't do enough work for the type of player that Dave Moyes likes.
You can feel the stand beneath our feet shaking at the moment. The Kharkiv fans are building up quite a noise. Here's Bordian, who hurls it into that penalty area again. Lescott went there, Yobo got there. McFadden half clears, still dangerous. Riken, he can deliver. Ooh. Neville just about gets ahead to it. Jacobia's onside. Oh, it's hammered across, and Bilic back to Jacobia, and then the snapshot from Valiev. From Everton's point of view, fortunately, it was a good deal off target.
I think there was an offside actually been given. I've never seen Everton look so uncomfortable when the ball's being played in the box. Every time it goes in, it comes back out, it goes back in again, and they're looking very, very vulnerable.
By Edmar. Here's Yobo, Joseph Yobo hits it long. Ivanovic spooning it high. Lescott, Papaguer, solid. Riken, Jacobia, but a little too much speed on the ball again.
Well, really, that any balls like that being played through, you shouldn't be getting behind the Everton defence because they're so deep anyway.
They looked to have been flattened a little, didn't they? METALIST Kharkiv having conceded the equaliser, but having gone 2-1 up again, all that sharpness and all that vibrancy seems to be back once more. They are playing well.
For me, the midfield complement each other. The movement, when one goes, another man stays. There's never really a designated man in there. And the flexibility of the lads in midfield have been very good tonight.
And the Chibi about to come on, as we saw.
Well, that ball's got to stick when it goes up front for Everton.
Well,
I'm sure Anchabi is going to be coming on.
Jagielka is the man who's going to be coming off for him.
Well, I'm very surprised. Maybe Lee Carsley will be coming on in some stage, because for me that means they're going to go with 3 centre-backs. Phil Neville maybe moving to midfield.
David Moyes just explaining exactly what he needs. One word: goal. That would be enough. Well, I'm not sure how he's given that against Everton, because it clearly came off the Kharkiv player, off the head of Riken, and right under the nose of David Moyes as well, so he was unhappy. There's Devic. Edmar is sprinting up towards the edge of the penalty area. Valiev. Jacobia's offside.
Well, they're holding the line there, Everton. But Valiev is having a good game tonight on the right-hand side. Good usage of the ball. But the movement for him is fantastic. And that's the difference.
Well, there is still time. It's not quite panic stations yet from Everton's point of view, but change the tempo of the game. That's the first instruction. Get into it. Here comes Osman. Still doing well, terrier-like, but in the end the power of the centre-half proved too much. But it's now with Lescott.
That's got to be better. Your quality's got to be better into the people up front. That time, Leon Osman making a run forward. And that quality's got to be better if you want to improve and get better and progress in this competition.
Well, there's confirmation of the substitution. Jagielka, who's going to be very, very disappointed with his night, is off, and Victor Anichebe comes on. Can he make a difference? It has caused a bit of a reshuffle now.
Well, I'm looking in that midfield area there. You've got Pienaar, you've got Osman, and you've got Arteta. 3 very like-for-like players.
Well, Neville's still hanging at right back, isn't he, at this stage?
I'm wondering if you should sacrifice one of them for Lee Carsley.
Here's Raikkonen. Raikkonen's delivery. Edmar again tried to place it. It's still not cleared, but Slusa couldn't control.
I think the one thing is Everton's got to score. What they can't afford to do is concede another goal.
Milicevic. First touch for him. Here's Pinar. Arteta wants it deep, but Pinar's looking much further forward than that. Here's Neville. Neville on the left foot towards Yakubu, headed away by Bordia. Free kick KHARKIV. Yellow card for Philip Neville.
Yeah, I think Phil Neville knew what he was doing. He thought that if he don't get a tackle in there, they have got a break on.
Well, they were hoping to put the nightmare of Villarreal and Dynamo Bucharest a couple of years ago right behind them, but it's just coming back to haunt them a little here again. Everton desperate to launch a European adventure, but they can't quite get it off the launch pad so far. Still thinking, still planning, still wondering how he can turn this game around. It's going to be a long one. Edmar with a touch, right on the stretch. Back in by Slusa. Oh! Well, I'm sure it's a hand there was. Raikkonen.
I don't know if it was actually a push or a hand. Maybe a little push on Alan Stubbs there.
There's Lescott. Yakubu being manhandled as he collected possession. Bordia. Jacobia chases it down. Off the heels of Stubbs. Jacobia looking to get on the left foot. Stubbs in with a very good challenge.
Well, Joseph Yobo's got to get across a lot quicker than that. Asking a lot from Alan Stubbs to get back and make a saving tackle.
Well, Jacobia's still down, hence the whistles. The home fans want Everton to put it out of play, which in the end is what Phil Neville has done. Rasha Jacobia, the former Georgian captain, and not very much second best for that challenge with Alan Stubbs.
Well, that ball coming off the post, it's just killed Everton, that second goal. They find it hard to get back in the game.
So the left-backs have scored tonight now, of course. He's going to be okay. And there's what, about 24 minutes left for Everton to try and pick up the pieces.
Very surprised that Dave Moyes hasn't brought on Lee Carsley. Experienced player, experienced international. Played in many of these games and atmospheres are like this away. And the likes of Russia, Serbia, and it's people like him, I think, that you need at this moment in time, because one goal and Everton are through.
And Chevy tries to turn his defender, but the ball's disappeared past him. And a quick bowler by the goalkeeper, and suddenly it's all eyes looking the other way. Arteta. Yakubu. Arteta forward, and the has been made by Pinar. Duffy trying to track him. Neville. Here's Arteta. Neville puts it in the penalty area, and Achedu with a header, but it's not going the direction he wanted it to, and eventually after a struggle it's out for a goal kick.
That's amazing, isn't it? Achedu gets a little touch on the ball and he's the first to react to it as well.
Who would you pick out as positives tonight for Everton? Lescott?
Well, I think obviously with him scoring a goal, but first and foremost he's a defender, and we've looked vulnerable defending. You know, and sometimes it's not just the defenders, it's the midfield not staying with runners, and that's happened on a couple of occasions as well. I just think we haven't coped with the movement of the Metalist midfield.
Plenty of time here for Yerba. Lescott. Arteta just strokes it on, and Pienaar now. Kubu's got Lescott on the outside. Here he is, he's held an offside position. That's a good ball. McFadden just tried to roll it over the goalkeeper.
It's a great little ball inside to Lescott, and then Lescott doing really well. Goes inside, little ball down the side. McFadden, can he lift it? He's got to try and lift it over the keeper.
Corner's taken quickly. Arteta tries to get it in. It's going to be a throw. Pienaar's giving himself a lot of space here and will shoot, and the deflection has taken it over the crossbar, and it will be a corner kick, my word.
Well, I think that's the first corner for Everton. And it's, second, but you know, it's the first opportunity really that a midfield player for Everton on the edge of the box has had the ball, been able to turn and shoot. First time that Metalist has actually switched off.
Arteta to take. They want to silence this crowd again. Well, Yerba's got an awful lot of space, and the reason is that he fouled his man on the way through. So it is going to be a free kick.
So sure, if maybe Alan Stubbs just put a block in there.
You've been not dying to mention him all night, haven't you? Blocking.
Bad memories of him.
Well, this Ukrainian player, of course, of Ukrainian origin. Here's Valeyev. Neville. Here's Arteta. Everton trailing by the 2-1 on the night, of course. 3-2 the aggregate score. We know one thing for sure, we are not going to be having extra time. But an equalising goal here for Everton would be enough to scrape them through. Problem is, they have to score it. Here's Osman. Madufi. Neville. There's Pienaar. Into the danger area, but not able to crack off the shot that he really would have wanted to.
He seems to be getting better as the game's going on. Pienaar, he's finding a little bit more space. And a couple of chances. He's been involved in most things in the second half, especially for the goal.
There's Bordian. Right after it, but so too is Stubbs. Oh, there's another bubble there as well, wasn't there? But Neville was able to swing it away. This is Phil Neville. Now McFadden. Now Chaby just ahead of him. He's done well here. Back to McFadden. Plenty here. McFadden's shot! It's goal dust! James McFadden has done it again! Everton are back level. And who knows? It might just be enough.
Well, this is where they've got to make a change now. But that's a tremendous finish from McFadden. Gets the ball, everybody think he's going to pass it, but he unleashes a shot. He's had too much room to turn and then shoot. Great touch. But can he slip it to Yakubu? No, decides to shoot. What a great finish. That could be so important for Everton. That puts them in the driving seat.
Sheer delight. James McFadden, how many wonderful goals is he going to score this season for either club or country? And he has silenced this stadium again. 2-2 on the night, 3-3 on aggregate. As it stands, Everton are going through. But we've been here before. Can METALIST KHARKIV lift themselves again, or will Everton keep them subdued?
Well, that's the first mistake I've seen from the midfield of METALIST there. Salusa just giving a stray pass, the first one of the night. Has it got a little bit edgy for them?
I just caught sight of Leighton Baines there as well, didn't we? I just wonder how long before he comes on. We're being told it's Akuba who'll be coming off for Leighton Baines.
Well, I'm just wondering on that thing, is Leighton Baines going to go into the left area, Yobo to right back, and then Phil Neville into midfield? There's too many changes. For one substitution, that could be too many changes.
METALIST are making a substitution as well themselves. Danny Lau, the Belarus midfielder, will be coming on for them in just a moment. And Jacobian is coming off. He's not an out-and-out striker, Danny Lau. He's a midfielder. He's replacing Jacobian, so they're going to make one or two changes as well. It looks as though Raikkonen is going to push up now for KHARKIV.
Substitution in METALIST. Number 23
Still problems. Oh no, well, by Howard, just for a moment there, it looked as though they caught Everton cold.
It's poor defending once again. And one ball, and one flick. For me, Joseph Yobo's just a little bit too far off his man, and maybe too deep.
Just a little lapse in concentration, almost costing Everton dear. They want to cling on by their fingernails now, with 15 minutes left to play.
For me, this is a strange substitution.
Kubo is the man who's coming off.
I don't think there's any surprise in that. It's a surprise that maybe Leighton Baines is coming on, and maybe not Lee Carsley, because I feel they've got to make maybe one or two. And I think that.
Well, Phil Neville is coming across here, the captain, no doubt, to ask exactly how things change around now. Or is he having a bit of treatment? I think he's having a bit of treatment, actually, Phil Neville.
Well, it looks like Leighton Baines has come on into the midfield area.
It does, doesn't it, at the moment? Here's on a Achebe. Pienaar. Here's Arteta. It's Achebe who was chasing after it. McFadden got very close to getting a touch as well, but...
Well, that for me has got to be a chance. That's where the striker's got to gamble, and he's got to take a chance in getting in there. And as you see, he doesn't, and if he does, that's a chance at goal for him.
And Neville is back on the field now. Some problems with his fingers. He's had them strapped up. That ball went out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Everton.
Well, it looks as if they've dropped James McFadden in down the right-hand side, playing 5 in midfield, keeping the 3 with Arteta, Leon Osman and Pienaar, and Leighton Baines on the left-hand side.
Chasing here. Papagué. Oh, he's a cool customer, isn't he? He's played well tonight, hasn't he, Papagué?
I think METALIST as an outfit have played well tonight.
It's Edmar on the chase. Coolly connected. Poorly finished. Everton Hearts can beat a little slower again.
Well, they've got away with that once again. Joseph Yobo, ball watching. And that for me should be curtains. Edmar will be disappointed with that finish. He showed a little bit of class and quality tonight. He will be disappointed. I'm just wondering, with the way that Everton have defended tonight, that can they hold out? Because that's what they're planning to do with the 4 at the back, the 5 in midfield and 1 up front.
It's 11:20 in the Ukraine, and Everton are learning a real big lesson here tonight. They are adding so much their European experience. Can they hold out in a ground that was a cauldron just about 10 minutes ago, that they've managed to silence for the second time? Can they hang on to this 2-2 scoreline that would steer them through? Slusa plays it left to Mardufi. Raikkonen turns it forward, but Devic beaten to it by Lescott.
Great defending by Julian Lescott.
Away, now Bordia. 12 anxious minutes remaining.
Be a long 12 minutes as well.
Here's Bordia. Raikkonen. Danila. Substitute. There's
that's great defending for Julian Lescott. A little bit of strength. I thought he might have gone down there with Jovev, but he stays on his feet. Julian nice and big and strong. Stays on his feet, doesn't commit himself, and then gets his body in the way.
Tim Howard hits it long again, and Achebe can't connect. Here's Bordia. There's Raikkonen. Neville. Raikkonen. Bordia. Unable to make any progress.
Well, the tempo of the game for METALIST has just dropped off, and it suited Everton.
Bordia. Raikkonen, who can create, but not now. Well, Anichebe.
There's a difference when the ball goes up to Anichebe than Makubu. That makes it difficult for the centre half to get a clear challenge on. And if he doesn't hold it up, then he makes it as difficult as he can.
Here's Raikkonen, and that's for Edmar, the Brazilian. He's flat on his back. To his feet now. Bordia. Well, what a roller coaster ride this UEFA Cup tie has been so far. Devic. Bordia plays it wide. It's with Danila. The Ukrainians are off their seats in anticipation of what might happen next. Everton need to fasten their seat belts. Papaguea's up there. Madufi with a left foot curls it in. Howard had it watched from the moment it left the boot. That was always in the hands of Tim Howard.
Well, that's what you expect. And if anything hanging up in there, you keep it to come and take it, take the pressure off the defenders, slow the game down.
And Cherry with a header. There's Obradovic. Now Valiev. Bordia. Now Edmar. The Brazilian looking to conjure something here. Madufi on the far edge, but it's Neville who gets in. Bordia. lift the pressure here as Arteta brings it away. Was he fouled? Yes, he was. So
Good play by Mikel Arteta, showing his experience, getting his body in there in front of the midfield player.
Yellow card as well for Danilo. Well, it'll be a good tale for the book, won't it, when he finally retires David Moyes. The story of this UEFA Cup tie against METALIST Kharkiv, the twists and turns, the ups and downs, but I'm sure he'll be very happy to get this one behind him, get back on the plane tonight and head home with his side safely in the draw for the group stages of the UEFA Cup.
You just see Tony Hibbert having a look at a few set pieces and everything. Just if maybe he's thinking of bringing on.
There's Neville.
I think the thing is when you've got a defender like Tony Hibbert, he is a very good defender. Then he might be needed.
Another change does look imminent. Here's Danilo. McFadden had that spotted early and came racing forward but couldn't quite reach it. Instead it to Bradovic, who lays it back to Papaguea. Sluice up. There's a familiar character, Onyekachi Onwur, who led the line in the opening game, of course. Valiev. Well won by McFadden. And he's still going forward here. Onyekachi is his only target man up front at the moment. There are one or two struggling to get up there. Pinar and Arteta lingering, but job done by McFadden. Just wasted a few minutes down that touchline. And now here comes the change. Bordian, the right back, is coming off. And Onyekachi Onwur will come on. Quite obviously a very positive move by the Kharkiv coach Miran Markovic. I have to throw caution to the wind now, don't they?
Well, the thing is, what happens is now that there's players there to mark, instead of having the one player to mark and then worrying about runners, the players are already there. You might find it a little bit easier, the defenders. Always fine when you've only got one man to work up front. Then your defenders really have got to speak to each other a lot more.
It's a free kick for the foul on Osman. Four and a half minutes left to play, plus of course stoppage time. Everton at the moment have just done enough. And a Chabi. Real battle between him and Papaguea, but it plays easily to Gurianov. Here comes Danilo.
That's a foul, yes. Good decision by the referee. I'm saying that Everton have just done enough. I actually feel they've been lucky enough tonight. Not just done enough. Should be dead and buried.
Stubbs. There's Onyekachi. Again, just happy to sit there and stand there for 5 minutes if necessary, and eventually they managed to run it out, but they haven't given a free kick against Onyekachi.
For me, he's been a difference. Chibi, when he comes on, you know he's going to make it difficult for centre-halves.
Here's Valiev, plays it back again. We just lost a bit of that thrust at the moment. METALIST Kharkiv, and when they do go forward, it produces a ball like that, which easy one for Howard. Hibbert is going to come on.
Після закінчення футбольного матчу на вулиці Плеханівській вам буде подано автобуси на різні напрямки міста. Харківський метрополітен буде працювати до 1:02 ночі.
a challenge here. It's still not away now, this.
If you're going to clear a ball, that's how you clear a ball.
Oh, that's dropped a little short, and Jamie could finish it here. Surely, and Jamie. No doubts now. Everton are through. They've weathered a real storm in the Ukraine. They looked down and out, but somehow they found redemption. And Victor Anichebe has floored METALIST KHARKIV. It's 3-2 on the night for Everton. They lead 4-3 on aggregate. They're heading for the exits.
Well, for me, this man's changed the game. Just his presence up front, putting people under pressure, anticipates the header back, gets it away. But the one thing about him, he composes himself, comes back on to his favoured right foot, makes it easy for himself. Great little bit of work, compose yourself, and what a finish.
They were saying what a good night the central defender had, and it was his touch that left Anichebe in, really, wasn't it?
But it's his presence up front, his rawness, his strength.
Owing to METALIST team's goals was brought by Victor Anichebe after 20 minutes.
Well, they've made a substitution while all that was happening.
Well, how a game like this can actually change.
Well, he's making a habit of lightening the lives of football fans, isn't he? A few million Scots. Very glad to see that wonder goal he scored in Paris not that long ago, and it was his goal, you feel, here tonight that really turned this game on its head, back in Everton's favour. McFadden is off, and Tony Hibbert comes on in his place. Listen to that, Kevin. Silence. We've not heard it all night, have we?
No, we haven't. Well, we've got to score two now in maybe 1 minute of added time, in 1 minute of normal time, and maybe 3 or 4 of added time.
Ukraine have made a change as well. Zeze has come on. Marko Bebic is the man who's gone off. And there are going to be 4 minutes of stoppage time to be added at the end of the 90, so there might still be nervous moments like that, which Sluice are looking for a glory shot, but well over.
Well, since that second goal went in for Everton, then it really upset METALIST. They just seemed to go a little bit flat. The passing was going astray, the tempo of the game went, and Everton had taken control. Obviously a couple of decisions by David Moyes, bringing on Anichebe, have changed it as well.
Well, 1,500 Evertonians have made the trip here tonight. It's been, as we mentioned before, torturous. They've found all kinds of routes to get here, by bus, by train, by coach, by plane. But they have got here in numbers, and they're going to have to go all the way back again. They might be home for Christmas, but they've really enjoyed their night tonight.
I think Everton have got to learn a hard lesson in Europe tonight. They've been lucky to get through.
Well, those two nightmares of 2 years ago, Villarreal and Dynamo Bucharest, now do become a little footnote in history rather than a constant reminder of David Moyes not able to cut it with his team in Everton. Now they have got off the launch pad. They will be in the group stages of the UEFA Cup, and who knows what adventures lie ahead. Hard work done tonight. Four minutes of stoppage time being played. We've played very nearly 2 of them. Looking in bad shape, but Everton looking in very good shape as a result of this moment.
Great composure show by Anichebe. Really well. Could have easily have taken the shot earlier, but just gone from that incident there. Free kick and a booking for Leighton Baines.
Just rolling the seconds out now. Obradovic. Zeze. They do look a beaten side.
The thing is that Everton aren't stretched anymore, are they? They weren't stretched after the second goal. They defended a lot deeper as a team, not just as a back four, but the midfield were deep on top of them as well, so it makes it very difficult for the opposition to break you down.
And there's still moments to be dealt with here, which Hibbert does consummately. There's Papagueye. Doofy good control, and Level is able to clear downfield. David Moyes knows that they are that close to the place in the league stages of this UEFA Cup competition. Over it comes, stops. The back was Danny Lau, and it's a goal kick.
Well, you're just expecting now that Everton can learn things from this, and I think Dave Moyes as well. METALIST have been a very, very good side, I feel. Caused Everton a lot of problems, and they've managed to get through it.
And they have got through it. The referee blows his whistle one final time, and a little punch of the air. A sense of satisfaction at last for Everton. They did it the hard way. They had to come from behind twice on the night, but they've won it in the end by 3 goals to 2. They are in the league stages of the UEFA Cup. It looked like it might have been miserable at times. In the end, it has been absolutely marvellous. Everton winners on the night by 3 goals to 2. They don't care how far they've travelled to get here. They've got here, they've seen it, and Everton have done it. Well done to them. Everton book their place in the next rounds. It has finished METALIST KHARKIV 2, Everton 3, 4-3 on aggregate.